Hi, hello, and welcome back to F1 Challenge Career Mode. My name is Mephisto, and today we're heading off to San Marino for round 4 of the 2003 Formula 1 season. Let's get started.
Located approximately 35 kilometers southeast of Bologna, the historic circuit Enzo Edino Ferrari combines short and medium-speed straights with a challenging mix of slow turns and varying speed chicanes. Despite numerous revisions in order to improve safety, this circuit, renamed in honor of the late Dino Ferrari, remains one of Formula One's classics.
Here's qualifying, and once again, just like in Brazil, it is a wet session, so times are a bit slower. And that is a 139.772, which is quite slow.
Hello there. Welcome to San Marino. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Raikkonen first. Juan Pablo Montoya second. David Coulthard third. Schumacher consistently outpaced his championship rival. He starts fourth. Fernando Alonso fifth. Cristiano D'Amata was consistently faster than his teammate. He starts sixth. Webber seventh. Frentzen eighth. Heidfeld, 9th. Justin Wilson, 10th. Rubens Barrichello, 11th. Jacques Villeneuve, 12th. Ralf Schumacher, 13th. Jenson Button, 14th. Fisichella, 15th. The Toyota driver, 16th. Jarno Trulli, 17th. Antonio Pizzonia, 18th. Verstappen, 19th. Ralph Furman, 20th.
Here we are on the grid for the start of the San Marino Grand Prix. We have a fairly normal lineup, with the exception of Webber, D'Amata, Barrichello, and Ralf Schumacher. And Verstappen and Furman have been disqualified for exceeding the quali lap limit. But we're off, and I'm very slow off the line. However, I will try to make up a few positions through Tamburello. We slow down for the chicane. I have a look on the inside of Pizzonia, but there was no way I could have passed without causing any accident. So for the time being, I'll stay back. But now I have to step on it because everyone is starting to get away. Thankfully, as I approach the second chicane, I close in on them a bit. But now for a replay. Once again, there's some wheel spin on my part, which explains the slow start. However, as I said in the last video, wheel spin shouldn't be a thing when using launch control. Oh, never mind. I've fallen from 16th to last, and now I have to start pushing really hard. But I'm sure we can do well here. I'm generally quite successful at this circuit, except for the times when I had to retire. There was that one incident in '99 when Villeneuve, I believe, crashed into me, breaking off my rear right wheel. Then in 2000, my brake pads were completely worn with about one-fourth of the race still left. I can't really remember what happened in 2001 for some reason, but I know that I won the 2002 San Marino Grand Prix. Actually, if I think about it, that's more like a 25% success rate, which worries me a bit, especially since we are about to complete lap 1 and I'm still down in 20th, and the cars ahead seem to be pulling away bit by bit. But that is lap 1 of the 2003 San Marino Grand Prix. I need to pick up my pace, otherwise I'll be left behind. The AI are really pulling away now, and it seems that we'll have a tougher race than I thought. That really worries me. This is lap 4 and the AI have pulled away quite a bit, so I started pushing as hard as I could, causing me to make all sorts of mistakes, like going very wide as I just did, which in turn allowed the AI to increase the gap. I don't know what's happening. Lap 5 and Pitonia is now some 8 seconds up the road, and I entered the chicane a bit too aggressively, throwing the back of the car around and losing me even more time, Come on, Mephisto, get your act together. Lap 7, the AI is now some 16 seconds up the road. I enter Tamburello a bit too fast, forcing me to cut across, and despite that, I lost another 1.5 seconds, and I'm driving as fast as I can. Wheels screeching through every single corner. I'm driving at the edge of grip, yet I seem to be unable to catch up to these guys. Just what the hell is going on here? On lap 8, I come through Tamburello again, and again I'm a bit too aggressive with the curves. I just don't know what to do. I'm driving at the very limit of the car, yet it seems that it is just not fast enough. Lap 9 and the gap to the next car is now 23 seconds, and again I'm too aggressive with the curves and I pay the price. But if I don't drive like this, I can't keep up with the AI. I just don't understand why the AI is so bloody fast. I should have no problems keeping up with them, yet it's like I'm driving a Minardi. There might be something wrong with the car. Otherwise, I can't explain why I'm struggling so much. Whatever is going on, I don't like it. And there's an incident on the track, as once again I go wide through here. I'm really pushing as hard as I can, but the car just doesn't want to go any faster. And we're riding with Ralf Schumacher. Up ahead are Rubens Barrichello and Villeneuve. They come into the last chicane of the lap, where Barrichello drives straight into the rear of Villeneuve's VAR. That's a pretty standard incident on this track. But I'm now almost 30 seconds behind the next car, although I will take 19th due to Villeneuve's retirement. That's little consolation though, and again I go wide. This is certainly not my day. This is lap 10, I've caught up a bit on the next car, and there's yet another incident, but that's no surprise here. Anyway, let's see what happened. And here come a bunch of cars, the perfect recipe for an accident at the chicane at the end of the lap. Webber slows for the chicane and is hit from behind by his teammate, I believe. And look at that, Webber's out. Let's see that again. We are now on board with Nick Heidfeld, and yes, it does seem that Webber was hit by his teammate Antonio Pizzonia. That was quite the accident there. So with 2 retirements, I move up into 18th, but I still need to find a way to go faster. Don't know how though. Halfway through lap 11, I was informed of another incident, so that's good. It seems that's the only way I will be gaining any positions today. And here is Jarno Trulli in his Mouth 7 Renault. He comes into the chicane at the end of the lap and decides to drive straight into Webber's Jaguar. Why did he do that? It's not like he couldn't avoid him. He even slowed down to accommodate for that. The AI in this game sometimes. It makes no sense. Anyway, it seems that I'm somehow catching up to Pizzonia, so let's keep pushing. Lap 14 and Pizzonia started to pull away again, and we have another accident. The AI really doesn't like that chicane. In any case, let's have a look. We are riding with Ralf Furman, Frenzen's just ahead in the Sauber. He slows down for the chicane, but Furman wants to go into the pits and ignores Frenzen completely, forcing him out of the San Marino Grand Prix. Yeah, the AI is quite stupid through there when one wants to pit and the other one wants to stay out. It's easy for me because if I know that the AI is behind me and wants to pit, I just pull to the left. Yes, that makes me a bit slower through the chicane, but at least it keeps me in the race. At the end of lap 15, I had to come in for my pit stop, and it looks like Williams are preparing to receive one of their drivers. This race isn't going very well for me today. Again, I'm pushing as hard as I can, keeping the car at the edge of grip limit, yet I'm still not fast enough. Anyway, I've fitted a new front wing with more downforce, in the hopes that it will help me with my cornering speed. There's no animation for that, but I did. I was also lapped by a few cars. Lap 17 and I was about 7.5 seconds behind Trulli, when I was informed that Michael Schumacher had an accident. So let's have a look. And here is Michael Schumacher in his Ferrari. He's coming into the pits, nearly hits the wall there, then drives straight into the raised platform on which the pit stalls stand. Let's see that again. So here it is. He's coming into the pits, slows down to the pit speed limit. That was really close. The camera changes for some reason, but yeah, Michael Schumacher is pretty much out of the race, and I'm just being lapped by Alonso and Ralf Schumacher. I've been lapped by quite a few cars by this point. And now Trulli is some 12 seconds up the road. Lap 19, and the gap to Trulli was increased to 14 seconds. And there's another incident on the track. Let's take a quick peek. We're riding with Jenson Button. There's the Sauber just in front. Heidfeld wanted to stay out whilst Villeneuve wanted to pit, and that resulted in a crash. and they're now both out of the San Marino Grand Prix. So that should move me up the order a bit. Frankly, at this point I'll take anything. What did just happen? Guys, I think I see smoke coming from my engine. Damn it! It's all over for us. Yep, the engine seems to have given up. Gosh darn it. Here's a replay for what it's worth. There I am coming up the brow of the hill, car smoking. I've never had this happen to me before. Well, I've blown engines in the past, but that was because I was actually trying to, and I did it by downshifting really quickly. But here I was upshifting, so it makes absolutely no sense. Wow, I never thought that something like this was possible. And generally there's a warning before the engine goes, in the form of a red light on the steering wheel, but there was none here. Which begs the question, is there a random chance of the engine just blowing up without warning? If there is, then that sucks because it could happen again. But it didn't happen in the previous 4 seasons, so why now? Is the mod programmed differently than the default game, enabling your engine to randomly just blow up? Or was I just pushing too hard? Then if that's the case, why was I unable to keep up with the AI? So many questions. If anyone knows the answers to any of these questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd really like to know why this happened. Meanwhile, let's check the standings. Damn it.
That was an absolutely breathtaking San Marino Grand Prix. Here are the final results. David Coulthard first. Cristiano D'Amata second. Alonso third. Ralph Schumacher fourth. Justin Wilson fifth. Antonio Pizzonia sixth. With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship. Montoya first.
Montoya leads the Drivers' Championship with 22 points. Michael Schumacher shares second with D'Amata with 18 points. David Coulthard is third with 16 points. Alonso and Ralph Schumacher share fourth with 15 points. I'm in fifth with 12 points. Raikkonen, Frentzen, and Webber share sixth with 5 points. Villeneuve, Button, Furman, and Wilson share seventh with 4 points. Fisichella and Pizzonia share eighth with 3 points. Barrichello ninth with 2 points. And Verstappen 10th with 1 point. That leaves just 2 drivers without any points.
Williams still lead the Constructors' Championship, but with a reduced points advantage. Toyota are second, followed by the third place McLaren.
Williams lead the Constructors' Championship with 37 points. Our team is second with 30 points. McLaren are third with 21 points. Ferrari fourth with 20 points. Renault are fifth with 15 points. BAR are sixth, position which they share with Jaguar with 8 points. Jordan seventh with 7 points. Sauber and Minardi share eighth with 5 points. So now all teams have scored points. I never thought that I might have to retire due to an engine failure. I don't know how or why that happened. And before you say it was due to inadequate cooling, I always use the largest radiator intake just to make sure that the engine is cooled properly. And again, there were no signs indicating that the engine was overheating. It came out of absolutely nowhere, really. I just hope this was just a 1 in a million occurrence. Anyway, our next race takes us to Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix, where I hope we won't have any more engine problems. And more importantly, hope that I will actually be able to keep up with the AI. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.